What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? So today on this SHOKY Quickie, we're going to take a look at one of the new figures from the World of Nintendo line. It is, of course, Link from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, I have not played Breath of the Wild, but I've heard that it is basically one of the best games ever in existence. And judging by this figure, I'd say it's pretty cool. Although, judging by the way they package things, not so much. Thank God Jakks isn't in charge of the game. This is from Series 2-6, so pretty much the latest wave. You actually get Link shooting his bow and arrow right up in here. Hey, look, he's got the bow and arrow in the packaging. How do they do that? Anyways, you got Link here. Accessory included there. Includes a figure and 3 accessories. Yay, 3 accessories. Speaking of 3, Ages 3 Plus. Hey, I'm right in the middle of that. And you've got NASDAQ Jack. Come to the back. You've got World of Nintendo up here where you can't read it. You got Link with bow, arrow, and quiver accessory. Yay. Alright, and you got, like, head can do swivel things, arms can do things, and then legs can do things. And you got a 4.5-inch figure with 14 points of articulation. Strangely, this line only has 3 figures in it instead of like 4, 5, or even 6. Don't know where I got 6, but hey, it's a thing. And you got included inside are the accessories. That's pretty neat. So let's go ahead and rip this guy out of here and see how cool he is. Alright guys, so here we have Link out of this plastic prison and looking, well, kind of like a girl, if I'm honest. Which I know this version should have been fairly gender neutral, but I know you also got Linkle in this game as well. But this figure is very decently, actually, I'm going to go say, it's fairly well painted. And there's a lot of paint apps on it, although the few things probably could be fixed a little bit. But incredibly articulate, incredibly well detailed. Like, I really do expect the Link accessories to be, or Legend of Zelda figures to be. Now just, whoa, stay. Good. Now let's go ahead and bring out his accessories. And you do get his bow, which is very nicely molded, but painted very sloppily. The gray kind of got out of people's hands, and so did the blue in a few places. They just kind of went to town on it with the airbrush and didn't really do it. I'm guessing these look like horse legs, which kind of scares me a little bit. If you guys have played the game, are those supposed to be like horse legs? Because that's what they look like. But very soft plastic, like all the weapons generally are, although that allow it to be very flexible in the packaging, meaning it's kind of permanently stuck with some bends in it that it shouldn't have. But if I recall correctly, he is going to hold this in his left hand. Like so. It's a little awkward, but he can hold it. Yay. And then you get the arrow, which I cannot pick up. Hands are a little slick. Guys, let me know in the game what the specific arrow this is. I know there's tons of weapons and everything in this game, but it's got kind of a cool, at least in the images, it's got a glowy tip to it. Almost looks like a shard of something. It looks pretty cool. Molded details and nice. Actually painted this fairly well, unlike the bow. You even come down here, and the fletching is all pretty cool. And they even knock it. That's actually cool. They actually put the knock in there, so you can actually put it up in the bow. Although the string isn't gonna pull, but I guess realistically with the soft plastic, it might do something. Or maybe that's just how he should hold it in his hand. I don't know. That's a little strange. Because he should hold it by that, and then this should go somewhere like this. Just saying this is how it should be. I don't know that that's how the figure is meant to work, but that's what it should do. And yeah, the fact that the bow actually does do that a little bit. I'm going to rock it that way a little, so it can rest on top of his arm. Let's see here. They don't have a specific way to hold or grab anything on the arrow, but that definitely works to a degree, like so. Hook it somehow. I mean, the hand doesn't really hold anything at all when it comes to the arrow, which is poop. But you can try. I mean, he can hold the arrows separately, but that's That's pretty much what you're going to get right there. Not perfect, but it'll look cool. I don't think they even show him, other than holding the arrow, they don't show him doing much of anything with it. So he's actually, I think even on the images it shows him just holding the arrow like, hey, I'm going to do something with this arrow. Now I think, let's see here. Can you put the, oh yeah. You can totally just throw the bow around him. That's pretty cool, like that. Of course, the arrow itself doesn't have anywhere to go, but you do actually get this neat quiver. Actually painted very, very well, all nice and colorful. Got a whole bunch more arrows right there. Does have a big old hole in it, so they can peg in back here on the butt skirt, of all places. And honestly, I mean, I like that it hangs down so low, but it's kind of annoying at the same time. Keep your bow on you there, Link. And this arrow is so big, it looks like it's just a sword of some sort. It doesn't even look like an arrow. Which, frankly, it's like the first Link that I think we've gotten that does not just have a sword. So, I guess this needs to be glued on for sure. It does not peg in securely at all. But you can get a decent pose just out of him like so. You guys can see he does look fairly well effeminate, which is not a bad thing. It's just pointing it out. Alright, so let's get all of these weapons off of him for the time being, and we'll look at closer up details. Hair is painted in this blonde-ish color. You got a blue hair tie back here. That's very sloppy for the most part. Tamper-graphed eyes and probably eyebrows. Just a blank face. Ball joint for the head. No, barely up and down movement, rotation. Just watch out for the hair. Skin tone isn't painted at all. I wish it had like something on there, but it's not bad. That won't stay on. You've got his undershirt painted very nicely there. You've got the image of the sword right here, tamper-graphed on the chest. The belts coming across are painted in brown. You've got a little bitty silver buckle there painted. Got a gold buckle painted here. Another silver buckle there. These get a little sloppier, but they're actually not terrible. They missed a spot right there. And then you got some more tamper-graph down here. And you have this cool dealie right here, which I think is basically like his iPad throughout the entire series game. On the back side, you got a lot more paint. You got his infinite pouch of pouchiness and his pocket knife holder. At least that's what it looks like. You got a nice molded little arm protector there. You got another arm thingy going on here with some nice orange paint in the panel lines. I'm sure somebody down below who's played the game could tell me what that's all about. Now the shoulders have articulation, so disc hinge, ball joint, rotate all the way around. The arms are very articulated, so you have rotation above and below the elbow, so you can rotate kind of infinitely. And you do have just a single jointed elbow there. You also have wrist rotation and a wrist hinge and painted on fingertips. That's actually very, very articulated there. Now you have what I assume is just a minor ball joint for a waist. It's pretty cool. Now the legs are the most disappointing part because the skirt is molded in so tightly you're not getting a whole lot of leg movement. So you can spread them out about like so to give them a dynamic stance. Forward movement, backward movement isn't really a thing that is possible, and there's no thigh rotation, which really annoys me. But you get boot cut down here, right below the single jointed knee, which is actually pretty good. The boot is painted fairly well. You also get rotation at the ankle up here. You've got a disc hinge for the kicking motion, and then you also have foot pivot down here. So the legs are articulated as well as the arms, so you can actually get a fairly dynamic foot pose, even though the legs themselves can't do much of anything. He can reach out and be like, hey, my name is Link. A deep voice. There we go. Pile of weapons aside, we'll bring out his wave mates. All two of them. Got Builder Mario here. Come on. What is your leg doing there, Mario? Stay. And then Luigi's. So that's pretty much it for that wave. I'm kind of sad that there's not more of them, but it is what it is. And we can bring in Wally with an arrow. There you go. Wally can hold it. Is what it is. So there you go. You can see compared to Wally. And then compared to the only other Link we have, and we got a Link Noir from the Spencers. I tried, guys. I really tried. So that's going to be it for this review of this new 4-inch Link from the Breath of the Wild game. And yeah, there's not a good way to really do elbows, wrists, and everything. You'd think you would have the ability to really make something happen, but it's kind of a pain one way or the other. Actually, it's the arrow that's the problem, because you can get this coolness happening, but no way to lock it into his hand. That's the part that sucks. Because otherwise, it's a really, really neat toy. So that'd be my one real bad detriment to this, minus a little bit of sloppy paint. But guys, I think it's worth it in the $10-ish range, maybe $11. But if you guys like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. I'm having a hard time getting him to stand now. Come on. It's because I'm looking at a downward angle. I can't figure out where the heck. Oh, the foot got twisted. That's what happened. Okay, hold on. This would be one of the problems with having a little much articulation. Your feet kind of can get out from underneath you. Kind of the same problem those Power Rangers figures I had. Too much articulation. So check this out, guys. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new here. And if you want to stick around and actually maybe donate to the Patreon, it'll be right there on the screen. Come on. There we go. But I will catch you guys on the next review. And remember, as always, keep on nerding.